Hello? Hello, everyone. Hello? Hello? Anybody here? No? Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Super Siri. We are here to play some Ace Attorney. Also, something awesome. Let me see if I can get it set up. As some of y'all know, I put out a little video thing today. A little trailer, I guess. I accidentally named it tutorial for some odd reason. I don't know why. I have no clue as to why. I just did, you know. 1 second. Let me see if I can get it to come up. I should have been more prepared than this, but that's alright. Yeah. So, as some of y'all know, I came out with a video. Shush. Shush. Some of y'all know I came out with a video today, this morning, or not this morning. I woke up late today, so. But I came out with a video today. I guess I'll go ahead and play it. I just kind of decided I'm gonna just play it for you guys. Just so if anybody hadn't seen it or anything. I mean, I don't know, I doubt it, but you know, anyway. Let me switch over. Bam. Full screen it. Y'all ready for this? Here it comes. My birthday's coming up. I wonder what I should play. Should be something nostalgic. Something fun. Something like... Yeah, that's right, y'all. That is right. Let me get back to my chill scene. I almost clicked the wrong thing. Ooh, I would have been so mad at myself if I did. Ooh, but yes, we are going to have this awesome stream where pretty much we're gonna play Undertale. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, I am so excited. I cannot wait. I'm like over here just like, I can't wait. So flipping excited. Let me make sure I got everything turned off. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna play some Undertale. I decided I'm going to just do, it's from the 11th to the 13th, so that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I will be playing. My birthday is on the 13th, just for those who aren't aware. Yes, the unlucky number 13. Very fun for me. But we will be playing 11th, 12th, and 13th. I'm thinking of playing Monday and Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning. So do be prepared for that. It's gonna be lots of fun. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good old time. I don't even know what to say really. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I love Undertale. For those who are unaware, I have a lot of love for Undertale. I know, you know, people will find it like cringe or, you know, weird or, you know, say Undertale's this and that and the other. But like, I have such a soft spot for Undertale. I really do. It's just such a welcoming, like it's such a fun game to play. Yeah, the fandom got a little weird at the start of it. It got a little too much. It definitely got a little too much. But I think it's calmed down since then. It's not as bad as it was. But yeah, it got crazy at the start. A little too much. But yeah, I know it calmed down since then. Anyways, yeah, I love Undertale. I can't wait to play for you guys. I've played Undertale in a live stream before, but that was like a long time ago, and it was on another, like, a whole other thing. I can't even remember where I played it before, but it was a fun time. I'm pretty sure I can get it done in 3 days. I cross your fingers and hope that I can, because Um, based on how well I did in Deltarune, I can only hope I can do well in Undertale. I've played it a few times now. I've completed it at least 3 times. So I would say it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna go through the true pacifist route. Nothing fancy. I feel like it would take me forever. I've never done the genocide route. I've never done the genocide route. I'm so nervous to do the genocide route. But I've never played the genocide route. I've only ever played the pacifist route. And I think maybe mostly it's just because I have a soft spot for I have such a soft spot for Undertale and the characters. I just really feel, you know, they're just so comforting to me. I like these characters a lot, and it would really hurt me to to put my put some mean scary paws on them, you know? Like, I could never. I don't think my heart could handle it. Also the ending contains a jump scare, so I'm not here for that. But yeah, we'll just go play through the true pacifist route. Try and get to all the secrets we can within the span of 3 days. I'm gonna try my best. I think the only one that we wouldn't be able to get to is the, what's his name? The I'm Sorry monster. I don't know if that's the name or not, but, or So Sorry. I think that's their name, is So Sorry. It would have been kind of cool though, because I think I don't know if it's this one or the, Switch version, but he has like a little birthday hat on, whenever, like, and one of them you can battle him, he's got a little birthday hat, and it's perfect. But yeah, we probably won't run into that guy because it's a little bit of a hassle to interact with him in the first place. So there's that. Other thing, just a note, if you do subscribe today or, you know, this week, my subscription notification or my subscription alert is going to be turned off. So I apologize in advance if nothing comes up when you subscribe. It's just because I have something set for next week, and it's just gonna be a pain in the rear to switch everything over like 5 times. It's not worth it. So I'm just gonna, you know, I apologize, y'all. It's just gonna, you know, just this week there's gonna be no alerts for subscriptions. I'm really sorry. But it'll be worth it. I promise. You guys will get to see what exactly I've got in store next week. I've got a whole shebang going on. I was busy today trying to work on that stuff, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Ooh. I'm very excited. I cannot wait until you guys see it. It's going to be so much fun. Hold up a sec. Let me make sure my thing is actually up and running. Yes, it is. Yeah, I am so excited. I cannot wait till next week. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. I hope you guys will get to join me, or at least, you know, get to watch, you know, sometime in the future. It's just gonna be a good old time. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna play some Undertale. And, you know, run into some pepperonis and other things. I am way too excited. But yeah, if you guys check out my TikTok, I got a TikTok account as well. If you guys want to go and check that out, I believe it's the same thing. It's like at Super Siri Live. Because I just remembered that. I put it on TikTok as well. Let me turn this down. There we go. Just so you don't have something screaming in the background. Woo! I am like super anxious and super excited. Today has been a roller coaster of emotions. I don't even know what to say about it, but it has been. It's been so much at once. So much. Ah! What's this long press for options? Oh, I don't. Yeah. But yeah, oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Whew. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna go turn on my light. Bruh. I cannot wait. I've been planning this for like a month. I hope people enjoy watching the game. maybe I'll answer some of your guys' questions about my thoughts on the game and stuff, because I do have some thoughts. Hi, Lactose Free. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. Makeup. We're over here talking about playing Undertale next week. Very exciting stuff. Very excited. But yeah, I'll probably answer some questions you guys have on my thoughts on the game next week. I have a feeling that there's gonna be like one particular question, and I'm gonna be real like, I don't know. But yeah, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Wonder if it has that much planning. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. It is gonna be pretty fun. I'm probably hyping it up more than it actually is, but it is gonna be lots of fun. I'm excited. I got like I've got a new please wait screen, a new chill scene, and a new game scene set up for this. So I'm very excited. I've even made some little extra stuff that I won't show you guys until next week. It is very exciting. I cannot wait. You're gonna be flipping over the moon about this. As much as I am, because I am excited about it. I am so excited. Everything's coming together so nice. But like I said, if you guys, subscribe this week, I apologize. My subscription tool is down for this week, just because I had to set it up for next week. So I do apologize for that. I am very sorry. Very sorry. Ooh. But I will try to read out names if you guys do subscribe. I will keep an eye on it. So, if you do subscribe. That will be the time, because I will read it out and say hello. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for joining us. You are wonderful, just like any pepperoni in the world. Thank you. But yeah, I am very excited. Oh my gosh, what's going on today? Today has been crazy between getting ready for that. For those who aren't aware, because I keep seeing flipping notifications for it on my phone over here. Mark came out with his new, what's it called? Choose your own story or choose your own adventure type video, which I got to play some of that. That's pretty fun. I subbed 4 months ago. Thanks for subbing 4 months ago. Will that show up in my thing? Probably under a different name. This thing's very annoying. I want to see. It is not that one. Oh yeah, yours didn't show up for some reason, but I don't know why. I have no idea. I'm sorry. But I know you've been you've been subbed for some time. But yeah, today's been crazy, and I woke up late too, like very late. I woke up pretty late. Yeah, it's been crazy today. I'm very excited for next week too, because I took off work related. I took off work for this Saturday and next Thursday, so I could, just do whatever I wanted to do for my birthday. Because I'm sure I'm going to be spending time with family as well around this point. So I'm going to be a very busy pup. Very, very busy pup. But I'm happy. I get to be around people I care about. And that's always what matters to me. I'm happy to be around people that I care about and that care about me. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what's going to happen this week or this next week. I'm very anxious and very excited. I cannot wait. Yes. I know tomorrow I'm getting my hair cut. Very excited about that. Very excited. I will not be any different though. I will still look like a floof. A very floofy pup. You mandated birthday paid leave. I wish they were both paid leave, but they weren't. I'm very upset. I wish they did that. That'd be great. Mandatory day off for birthday. Thank you. Just a reminder to y'all, my birthday is actually the 13th, so we will be finishing Undertale on the 13th, which is actually my birthday. I I'll just say it like this, I'm older. Not old, just older. I'm like in my 20s, so it's okay. I'm fairly old in pup years. Very, very old in dog years. I'm ancient in dog years. But I am a little older. I'm probably one of the more older VTubers out there. Maybe. There might be some older than me. But, I don't know. I don't know how old the I don't know who is the oldest VTuber out there. But, all I know is I'm old in pup years. I'm like ancient in pup years. Not really. Well, actually, no. In dog years, yes, I would be. I'm like surpassed that point. I'm like 15 years old. I'm surpassed that point. I'll tell you. Okay, hold on. I'll calculate it. I'll calculate it right now. We're gonna calculate it. Y'all ready for this? Let's see if I remember how to do this. That's not. Oh wait, I'm dumb, hold on. I am 196 years old in dog years. If a dog was 28 years old, they would be immortal gods. I'm an immortal god pepperoni. Man. Where did my calculator go? I think I just took it off. I'm whatever age I just said a second ago. Dog years. There you go. In pepperoni years, I'm that age. I can't even remember what I just said. But, yep, there you go. I am ancient. I am immortal. I'm immortal pup. Mighty immortal. Always immortal. Ow, ow. Anyway, this week, we're just gonna be doing our usual, so, today we're gonna be playing Ace Attorney, and tomorrow we're gonna play Stardew Valley. I am very excited. I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing on my main game, and then we'll continue on our story of Val and whatever nonsense he gets into. Yesterday, or last time Stardew Valley stream was pretty fun. Hopefully I don't go into like quiet mode or just like focus on one thing. Because I know in the when I was in the mines, I was like super into it. Like, I must get all the stuff. I need to get Frozen Tears. I have kind of put it off to the side for a bit because there is like this one thing that I want to do on the stream. Because we're supposed to have a 2-heart event for Sebastian, and I'm very excited for that. Very excited. We're actually going to see what Sebastian is like, and we'll get to see his room. We'll actually get to go into his room once that happens. But yeah, once again, just a note, because I keep talking about it, I'm just super excited. I've never put this much thought into something for live streaming, but anyway, next week, the 11th to the 13th, so 11th, 12th, and 13th of next week, I will be doing a big Undertale live stream. We will literally be doing the true pacifist route of Undertale. I've done this before with Undertale, although it has been some time since I've fully played Undertale, but it'll be fun. It will be lots of fun. So the 11th, what is it? I'll be playing, hold on, I gotta get my thoughts back down. Back down to earth. Come back down to earth, you pupperino. So on Monday, we'll be playing Monday night, Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning. So whenever that is that I get up on Wednesday. It'll be super fun. I'm very, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Ow, ow. I really can't wait. Sebastian doesn't know what it's on. He knows nothing. He has no idea. It's gonna get what's appropriate? Are you gonna do all 3 Undertale endings? That's a lot. That's a lot for one pup to do. I'm just gonna stick to the true pacifist route. I didn't even know Undertale just had 3 endings. Maybe you mean like the true pacifist, the natural, or what am I saying? The neutral route and then the genocide route. No, we just play on the pacifist. We're just gonna play through the pacifist. It's like my one and only route that I seem to play is pacifist. Maybe there'll be a point in time where we play the genocide route. I don't think I'm that good at shoot 'em ups. My goodness. I mean, technically you get 2 endings. Technically you get 2 endings with the true pacifist route, so there you go. So technically, yeah, we'd get 2 endings. I don't know about that 3rd ending, but sure, the 2 ones, yeah. Yeah, oh my goodness. I am so excited. I cannot wait. I'm like pepped up. I've been working on it today, so I'm just like, yes, I can't wait. Anyway, you know what? Let's get into it. We're gonna play some Ace Attorney today. I'm pretty excited. I've already... Is it 2 to 1? Oh, a 2 in 1. I mean, technically, it's not wrong. You get a neutral and a good ending. Look at that. Bam. I solved everyone's problem. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into some Ace Attorney. Me over here like click. This. We gotta click this. Yes. Bum bum bum. But we gotta turn off the music though. As jamming as it is, we gotta turn it off. Shh. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's get into it. The genocide route is really, really easy until it decides to be really, really complicated and frustrating. Yeah, that's not wrong. I've seen Let's Plays of it. I already know very well what the genocide route is. Oh my god, I've looked into so much Undertale, it's ridiculous. So I know what we would be running into when it comes to the genocide route. My heart's just not in to do the genocide route. I could never betray my favorite characters. I could never. My heart just couldn't handle it. My poor Pupperino heart could never handle it. Hold up, I'm gonna set myself up. Alright. Let me make sure I got my thing. I do. Perfecto. Uh-oh, it's loading. Okay. Anyway. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Ahem. Here we go. Adrian did it? Adrian did what? I'm thinking of that one show I've been watching this past few weeks. I've been like flipping into it. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. I've forgotten who Adrian is. Dude, no way. That woman, oh yeah. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there's someone out there trying hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, dude, like I said yesterday, dude. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright, dude? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that, dude. Dude. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Oh, Mia. You must get a complete acquittal today. I know. What is it? Hold on, I gotta look up what... Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't we look this up before? Doesn't complete acquittal mean like just completely acquittal? We're gonna look it up. Complete acquittal. So guilty constitutes, in other words, defendant is not guilty is acquit. Acquittal occurs. So we need to give him a complete not guilty, like just completely innocent. That's pretty much what it is. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. On guard. On guard, what? Wait, on guard, what are you talking about? I haven't seen you in a week. What? Dude. You were here literally yesterday, dude. What do you mean you don't remember anything, dude? I called my manager. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. It's him. Beep, beep. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her early this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. I forgot to tell Will that we were streaming. I was talking to her all day. Where is my thing? This is a very serious situation. I'm over here like, oh my god, I forgot to tell Will. Hate to do this, but hold on one sec, y'all. Okay. I don't know if she will tonight or not, but we'll see what happens. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? Sorry, y'all. It seems like Will won't be joining us tonight. It's the same as usual. Let's see. Apologies. Anyway. You'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win today's contest, if you please. Wait! Beep! The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer, dude? Who was that? Ooh, the killer is bribing Phoenix. He's like, here's this false evidence that I have that will totally pin on guard, like, pin our guard for the murder. And it's just his little spear thing with red paint on it. It's got, like, red jelly on it. You can tell it's legit because it's got this red, gooey blood all over it. It's just strawberry jam. And the judge is just like, just licks a little bit like, yep, that tastes like murder. Oh my god. No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Thanks for noticing, On Guard. March 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of men on guard. Look who's back, baby. Judge is here, baby. Judges here, all presiding, please stand for the judge. Judge. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor. Oh, Your Honor. Oh, wait, I'm the bailiff. Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. More. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma is... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman? What? Objection! I object. Kind of like a range of emotions going on. The crew. Welcome, the crew. Thanks for the objection. What? What exactly? Shot? What? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. Oh, this is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she all right? I don't have that answer. Well, I just found out about this man. How am I supposed to know? Sully puts down gun. Totally don't know who did it. We totally have no idea. She's alive. Oh, she's alive and stable. Oh my god, I can't read. She is alive in totally stable condition. You know what? It works. That's good. Phew. I thought he'd show up. It's Edgeworth! Edgeworth! I don't really like Von Karma, but oh my god. Yeah, really. It's like, oh my god. Anyway. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. Yeah, we're aware of that. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. He's back from the dead, y'all! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. Ooh, edgy boy. It's our dear sweet edgy boy. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution? Mr. Wright, I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to this witness stand. Gumshoe's just like, yes! Yes! Witness your name and occupation. My name's Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. What? Detective Gumshoe? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. D-word skip. I still didn't skip it. It's still there. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Ooh, I'm so excited. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. What? The victim, Juan Carrera, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. Well, yeah, obviously. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. But where's the guitar? All this tomato juice is making me hungry. Anyway, after the award ceremony, oh my god, after the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. Let's see. What? I only got half a bar. What the heck is... What the heck is this? Come on. What? Ah. Happened after the Hero of the Heroes Award ceremony, sir. Victim Juan Carrera was found dead in his hotel room. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Carrera was stabbed in the chest? He was murdered by a murderer in a murder. Definitely a murderer murdered. Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Then how? Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. Banana. I thought I was gonna read it wrong, and then I see, banana. I should have known. I'm gonna pull a Manfred objection. Yeah. I was gonna read bandana, and then I see it's actually banana. I was reading it wrong anyway. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Oh, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Jeez, man. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Good night. Wait, let me look at that picture again. But how is that possible? Then I wonder if that's... Interesting. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? It's dumb. A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but... But? The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Hi, Binks. Binks is here, guys. Say hi, Binks. Binks. She's playing with something on the floor. She's looking at me like, yeah, whatever. I'm focused. What are you doing? What's your Miss Binks? Okay. Go back to playing then, I guess. Oh goodness. Only the victims, huh? I see. Oh, so much for my theory then. Oh yeah, by the way, Binks's birthday is actually in April too. So we both share the birthday. So Binks and I both are going to get older. Binks will be a year old, right, Binks? Right? Yeah. She's playing with something. Guitar case updated. Hello, Binks. Hello, Binks. She's very focused. What are you doing? Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. Back to her playing. Alright. However, we later found out. Oh, I almost mixed two voices. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Our first order of business should be to gather more info from his testimony. There might be a trap set up for us somewhere. Maybe. However, setting off traps is a part of a lawyer's job, too. You say so. Of course, we're supposed to escape from them, too. Wouldn't you say? Ceremony, sir. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during the 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Man on Guard's manager. She was really pretty lady, sir. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. At the visitor's room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see, and that's when she found the victim's body. Oh my god, there's so many parts in this. It's crazy. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? I wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So the guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Sorry for the buzzing, y'all. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Banana. Sir, please. Sorry, my phone's buzzing because of this thing. I'll just hold it in my hand. Then after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. I wonder if I can... Nope. I guess not. We'll just have to deal with that. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on Guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Look like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Poor Gumshoe. Why arrest on Guard? Man on Guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume was found in Mr. Engarde's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. What? Oh, because it was... Yeah, okay. I know why. The defendant bought the knife from the crime. For the crime. Huh? Which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And there's this button also covered in blood. Yes, and we know what the blood is, that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. That was a mouthful. What? Jammin' Ninja's button. All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Edgeworth. Ready to give it in yet, right? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Why arrest Engarde? Matt Engarde and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. Oh yeah, we already read this. Hand covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Engarde's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay, Phoenix? Huge rivals with each other. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. The prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder. We're done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. Covered in the victim's blood and a knife with Engarde's fingerprints. But that's weird, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think... I know what I'm supposed to do. That looks like a butter knife. No way, it's the actual murder weapon. Choked to death by a banana sounds really ridiculous and painful. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that. My client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just put your fingerprints all over it. Huh? It has a gatewater seal set onto the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't... Oh, Poor guy. Of course, touch the evidence like it's no one's business. Exactly, just touch it. Just rub your fingers all over it. It's totally fine. Okay guys, now test the fingerprints again. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corita's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered with... Oh my gosh. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. Well, you can have more than one butter knife. There's a knife and fork on the oh, sorry. There's a knife and fork on top of the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? Oh, if it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Man on Guard. Especially what was on top of his table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Man on Guard's knife was missing. Mr. On Guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. Well, you don't know. Maybe he was gonna ask to share some steak. Maybe he just wanted to share some of the steak with Juan. You never know. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Ah, great. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Let me kiss your tush once more. Edgeworth once again using pure logic on his argument. He's got a lot of knowledge. It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix? The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court? Do I? Is the question? There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trail needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Jeez, man. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime one more time. Yeah, he's dead. That looks like a dead body, all right. Oh no, he's dead! The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his silent. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. The judge wants to do this the shortest trial in history. He's just like, I want to get into the Guinness Book of World Records for the shortest crime case. Alright, go! Little did he know he'd be facing up against Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth, who will make sure it's long and drawn out. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Oh. Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion. Be right back in 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, be careful. Enjoy. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Oh boy. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I don't think so. There's no way. If I appear weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set that cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any, he's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Oh boy. You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? But then... Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. My god, I gotta like splur it out. What? Wine glass. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here? Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Nah, I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. But why would she be in there? She's not even his manager. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see right? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I felt long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I got understood. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Oh no! They are reunited once again. Miss Windbag and Flipping. Miss Oldbag and Edgeworth reunited once again. Ah, what a beautiful romance. What a beautiful love story between these two. No, witness, please state your name and occupation. He's gonna be like, oh god, it's her again. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Gotcha. I wonder what happened to the calm composure he had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? Oh, I missed you, Edgy boy. You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that underneath that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch with the stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. No, shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Gramps? Wait a minute, how old are you? Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say. The youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie, Juan. Oh wait, sorry, Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that guard saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. Ma'am, please. I'm only interested in a real man. Juan Kurita. Kurita. She's just one of those people. But those two were the same age. They're the same age. What? What was that? Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Witness testimony, what you witnessed. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Oh, sorry, Juan's room. It was on guard, mad on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Oh my god. Hold on. What? He snuck out of his room? The drama. Oh my god. So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh boy. Hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Sorry, I was gonna go the other way, but trying to sneak out of his Juan's room. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has a tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed out into a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? That's because you're not the one who has to question her. No, really. I went to pace around the hallway. Let's press her for that. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help. I'll have you know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. Heh, I even took out a few of the nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. Like, really? There would have been 2 murders. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door. Something you were interested in? And just what was that? It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. He took it to his grave. And Edgy Poo, of course. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip. But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to her testimony later. I don't know how to say that word. It looks like we shouldn't force it right now. And didn't the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room? I have no idea. I mean, what were you doing? I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. What? The point is to tell us who entered and exited that room. That's why ever since I turned 20, I'm keeping track of how old I really am. Girl. Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. I am legendary. I live forever. Never die. She just puts in a report. She just puts in a report, I am God. And in any case, the witness then that saw someone, correct? Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room, he was... Yes, he was. I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what would I wouldn't get to have Francisca's whip right about now? Well, I guess I can't tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway. What? You saw my client? Are you sure about that? Yes, eh? Yes, eh? Really? Annoying brat, when I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too. He's just always wearing it, even to bed. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Old bag, come on. Old bag, please read the cards, please. Man. Right. Miss Old Bag is all of us, really. Just like, how dare he try to swoon me with his jacket. His nice fancy red jacket with the cool collar. I will not be swayed. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? It was very important. It was very important, sir. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Oh, here he comes. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended into her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must. You weren't already? He was wearing his flashy red jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. Do I have something to go against this? I do. Yeah. Miss Old Bag. What? Don't say my name for no reason. Do you know what this is? Ah, it's button number 2 on Jim and Ninja's costume. She knows exactly what button it is. It's Jammin' Ninja's button number 2 that's on the right top side. It's even got the little scratch in it and everything, just like how it was. That's so ridiculous. Now we just gotta rub out that blood and it'll be perfect for selling on eBay. Ah, it's button number 2. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Wow, she really is a diehard fan that want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. On Guard's body during a full body search. See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of doubt it was that rascal On Guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants. See? See? And On Guard is the nickel samurai. Witness? Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt On Guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Ah, I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest outfit instead of for the ridiculous that you'd see the gorgeous Ryan outfit, let me tell you, it's heavy, so heavy I wish I could have switched CDs ages ago, but a dream lives of kids are hard to miss. So much. Now hold on, your tongue. Now hold your tongue. My God. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard, the man, but Mr. On Guard, the nickel samurai? But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Edgy Pooh, do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Just say yes and move on. Witness, think carefully. Try to remember as much as you can before your testimony. Before you testify, I'm sorry. Alright, if you insist, you old man. I should be the one sighing on you. I love Old Bag. She cracks me up. Who I saw. On guard. On guard. Yes, now I remember. The nickel samurai. That's right. It was the nickel samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Ah, youngins today, I told you there's no way it was anyone else. How did you... Sorry. How did you know that? Because I said so, and what I say is the truth. She's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. White, you may cross-examine the witness. Please make it quick. I'm so done with her. I love Old Bag. She cracks me up. Okay, so... On guard, yeah, okay. Hmm. You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us. I'll have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not? Not too long ago. But let me ask you this, when you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream? Huh? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what? See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough? Sweet, I got an achievement for that. Judge Wagner. Hmm. Hmm. It's the gosh darn hand. Sorry about the car. I live on a busy street. I apologize. Please take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this knife. Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you no, it won't work. I know Taekwondo. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? The knife. Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? If Mr. On Guard was really in the nickel samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right. The nickel samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the nickel samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Oh, sorry. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? Think about it one more time. I think I need a little more time on this one. So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. He had no intention of killing him. There is a contradiction. Because if he is going to that room, why would he bring the knife? This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. This knife. This was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. He had a yummy steak. Steak. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corita. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Sorry. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To hide the murder method. To frame man on guard? To frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame... Oh, aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? Objection. But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. The witness! Old bag! Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Pope? Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the nickel samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's for sure. She wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai. Alright then, who were you waiting around for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. Girl, you're in a crime. You're literally in a murder scene. Come on, really? Like, come on. I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corita. Am I right, witness? Well, judge is not playing around this time. He said, I mean business. I mean serious business. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my headphones. They're kind of... Yikes. Yikes a million. Oh boy, I hope this doesn't cause any ear problems. Because I had to take the mesh off. Doggone it. Sorry, y'all. Give me one sec. Yeah, I hope that don't cause me any problems. Get off my hand. The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? Soul Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corita. Maybe, Phoenix. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. This old bag, Waiting around for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Okay. So I'm right on this. Because it has to be this person. It's the only one. Who is this person? Who is this man? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? Oh, sorry. I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews, without a doubt. The witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation, in secret, of course. Because I want to be a detective. I'm taking over for Gumshoe. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then, witness. Please testify about this secret information. Get ready. This is gonna take this wind out of your... this is gonna take the wind out of you youngins. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Secret information. That on guard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? You're telling everybody in the court. The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court. What? Nobody's about gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. But should this be true? Then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful, the old bag seems rather excited right now. That's right, on guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Catch today. Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. God, no more murders, please. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Okay. Oh.
This is gonna be crazy.
My goodness. Secret information. That on guard. Oh yeah, we already read this. So she took action? So what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson, something you youngins need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun.
No, stop.
Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. Didn't come through the door that night. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? How? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole in my brain, you'll never find it. How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? Should I present evidence or press further into this? No one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that. Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info. Oh my god, I'm losing my marbles over here because I can't read. Present this. The investigative photographer, lot of heart. Howdy, y'all. I'm in picture form.
Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrage impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? Ah, that's it. That's the note. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. What? Old Mag, what do you mean?
Then you were the one who took Miss Hart's note?
I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said so herself. On guard, I'm his sidekick. Oh, sorry, it said like this. On guard, yeehaw, I'm his sidekick. Oh, hey, like the screen. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Welcome back. I haven't been keeping track. You are perfectly okay. Welcome back. Welcome back, lactose free. Oh, Juan. Edgy Pooh, you believe me, don't you? Edgeworth is just like, woman, please. I was only trying to help like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. Please don't lock me up for stealing. You really should come with a supply cheese to match your vintage wine.
Well, it was only a piece of paper, so we can overlook this just this once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her?
I want more pressure on there. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's it. You're lying, darn it, and I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Miss Old Bag, I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Could have been the camera. This old bag. The note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it?
A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me." Oh, sorry. Yeehaw, my sweetie, 1,600 smackaroons camera disappeared on me. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Something about KFG. I don't know. I'm not guilty of theft. I knew it. Lock her up. Lock her up. She won't survive in prison. Just makes me think of that one bit from SpongeBob where they where they lock him up for stealing a free balloon. It's like, you do the crime, you do the time. And they just stand there for a minute, and then open the door again and say, "All right, you can go." That's what I think.
Why? Witness.
What is it, Gramps? You're old too. What are you talking about? If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too. Yeah, looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for? That's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, "Slimebag celebrity photographer extraordinaire." Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things, because I'm flipping nosy.
Bailiff,
Yes, sir.
check this camera's photos. Hurry.
Yeah, yes, sir. I will check them right now, this instant.
We must examine them at once.
Okay, sir, you got it, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Of course, she is carrying some random item she stole weeks ago. Just happens to carry her stolen goods like a little rodent.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have?
There's only one photo that seems relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court.
Ooh. Is this... This is the Nickel Samurai. Hold on, I gotta look at the one picture. Yeah, something seems weird about that.
This is the Nickel Samurai.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter.
Lotta's photo added to the court record.
What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant, however. In his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume.
That is the case, then. This Nickel Samurai is...
the defendant. But how do we know he didn't find him murdered?
How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider them before we close. You agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
This photo really is blah blah blah. Oh my gosh. If this photo is really decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's something strange about it. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right?
Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyways, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, let me make sure I'm correct on this. Yes, okay, I am correct on this. I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? It's the legs. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. Hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. He's got really nice socks. And nice cankles. The judge's beard has gotten thicker. It gets thicker with every case they try to solve. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his Akama up just to walk. Is he? I guess he is, because like, look at the top part. Let's look at this. Look at this photograph. Oh, go back. Ah, gosh darn it. Oh yeah, that's part of that. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. But who could be in the costume? Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. Those socks seem so high-end and luxurious. Only the best socks. Only the best socks for a samurai's feet. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? The person in this photo is not man on guard. Then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven the person inside this costume is not man on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Ray, let's hear your thoughts. Good night! Who's the person in this photo? I mean,
the obvious would be Adrian. I kind of thought maybe it could have been Juan, but I don't think it could be. I think it is Adrian.
Adrian Andrews?
If you want to know who that nickel samurai is, it is none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? It's obviously old bag cosplaying as the ninja. I knew it! For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night.
And how does that all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. On Guard's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Carita. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then may I...
Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court.
Now then.
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass the verdict today.
I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she's not... Hold it!
Oh! I abhor wasting such valuable time. Oh! Edgeworth? Edgy boy? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
This disc, unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
And what do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to oh my god, supponing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright, oh my god, was a bit slow to catch on. I am having a really difficult time reading. What? The judge really wants that lunch break.
He's like, please, I'm just so hungry. I want that tasty KFG. And a nice triple-decker lunch. Specially made. What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She's the next witness. Oh! Everything was planned out in advance by that man? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Dink. y'all heard the guy. We're taking a 10-minute recess. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. Go ahead and save real quick. Yes, yes, very much, very nice. And then we are going to go and take a small break. Okay, y'all? Let's take a quick break. And then we will come back, okay? Okay. I'm gonna turn on some music and y'all chill here. Where is my music? There it is. There we go. Alright, let's take a quick break, okay? Okay, where am I? What am I? Alright. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, okay? Okay. And then we'll come back here and basically get back on what we're doing. Okay? I'm ready. See you guys in a little bit. Okay. Hello, y'all. Hello, Dog Flea. I'm sorry. I was taking a little break. We were taking a little break. I apologize. I just happened to see you going like, are we still going? It's like, yes. Sorry. Taking a little breather. Oh my goodness. We are playing Ace Attorney today. We're playing Ace Attorney today. Oh boy. I think we're starting to make a good track. Like, make good heading here, because we're starting to slowly point the finger towards On Guard's manager. Which is a good deal. Hi, Binks. What you doing, Binks? Please don't eat that. Okay. I went and got myself a drink. Some more tea. And just kind of switch something in the laundry and all that good stuff. So, oh, yes, I saw your comment, Dog Flea. I'm glad to know, because I thought you were somebody different. I feel like it's the start of the streaming all over again. Oh no. Just all over again. Just like, hey guys, hey, it's Super Siri, hi. I see you, Dog Flea. I understand. It's all good. I know it's you. I read the chat when I got here. I just thought you're somebody different. I'm like, Thankfully, Lactose Free came in and said, nope, we're on a break. But yeah, we were just taking a second. But we have returned. Just a reminder, y'all, we will be doing a big Undertale stream next week. So, it'll be from the 11th to the 13th. So Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning we'll be playing Undertale, which will be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it. I got a lot of stuff planned for it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it. So if you want to join Dog Flea, feel free. We'll be doing that. You're welcome to join us. And anyways, let's get back into Ace Attorney. Hopefully I will click the right thing. Binks, what are you doing? What you doing? She doesn't nothing. I hope she doesn't knock the baby gate over, but anyway. Let's get back into this. Let me turn the music off. As nice and comfy as it is. We gotta turn that off. Okay. Let's get back into it. That clicking, by the way, is my cat in here playing with something. Please don't eat that. Don't eat it. It's not good to eat. I might have to take that from her. Give me 1 second, y'all. Binks is thirsty for vengeance. I like that. No, I had to go get the little... She had some sort of little plastic thing. One of those little plastic, like, things you have for, like, tags or something. She had one of those. So I had to get that, because she looked like she was going to try to eat it. So I got her a little puff ball, and hopefully she'll feel better. She's now got a little puff ball with some catnip on it. She loves those. She's got a whole bunch of them around the house. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. Yes way, dude. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had it. Oh my god. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. Catnip is so strong, I'm surprised it isn't outlawed. My kitty is a catnip addict. We need an intervention. No, not really. She doesn't care too much for catnip, but she likes it from time to time. I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. Now my mom's cat, on the other hand, she is a catnip addict to the teeth. Anything that's got catnip in it, she wants it. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of the day. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note? You think motive... Oh my gosh. You think her motive is... Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god! I can't with this. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Or, sorry, peace out note. Peace out note. Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impact's as her strength and reason to live. She's ascended. She has ascended. Don't worry about it. It's cool. She's just ascending. But then Miss Impact suddenly peaced out. It sounds like she left a peace out note and the person thought to have hidden it. Is Juan Carita the victim of this murder? And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get the peace out note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impact's. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Apologize if you hear squeaking in the background. It's my dryer going. I'm trying to wash this gosh darn rug that Binks decided to just upchuck on. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness supponed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Man on Guard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yeah, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself. Oh. Now that the judge had his KFG break, the court resumes.
He had his nice, tasty KFG. Very delicioso. Muy delicioso. So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was it a bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there is someone who would beg to differ.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. When I found the body. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Why? But why?
You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is, and that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial's over, you understand?
Look, a murder. Whatever, who wants to choose? Pretty much. It's just like, oh my god, a murder!
I'm parched. When I found the body. Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're gonna catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. Find something, I just have to, for Maya's sake. Hi, Minx. You're just chilling. Okay. And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me, what are you? Oh, here we go. Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence without a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On Guard's knife from his room? No. Gosh darn it. Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic blah? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. After that, I went to Juan's room. And why did you do that? Did I already answer this? As a friendly gesture. Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at the time. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. You will continue now. Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Hold it! You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Somehow, I don't think that beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I see.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's not a big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Press further. Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. Ooh. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. What?
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser. When I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume that the vase was just another part of the mess.
Looks like yet another fact that's come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. It didn't touch anything else. I didn't touch anything else. There was a flower vase over where it fell onto the guitar base. My God, I can't speak today. There's some water, but only on the top of the lid. That is weird. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And you are sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with that, with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case... It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Oh.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
What is it?
Like, you got the judge hanging on the edge of the seat like,
Tell me what's happening. I'm so interested. I'm focused on this murder.
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. Take a look at this photograph. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what is wrong with that?
Oh, what is wrong with that?
The card, oh my god. If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the vase. Or outside the case. Ah. What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time of the vase was knocked over. Is that all? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that is right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. Bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be, however, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Make her testify. The empty blah blah blah. I can't read today. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along, for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's like, I'm getting too old for this.
The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man. The guitar case. Sorry, I wanted to munch on ice. I wanted to crunch. I wanted to crunch munch. I couldn't help it. Because I was a bit dazed. So you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do was call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But getting back on topic. Sorry. Okay, lactose free. Have a good night. A good night, lactose free. Good night. Yes, Andrew very sus though. Have a good night, lactose free. It's all good. Get you some rest. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but... she's at her weakness now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. No, I didn't want to... gosh darn it. That was my bad. Gosh darn it. You're just gonna present this guitar case over and over again? There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Elementary, my dear sir, my dear Watson. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. What is it, Miss Andrews? Speak, Andrews, speak! You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? You have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? I know. It's this. Yeah. I have your proof right here, this wine glass. The wine glass. You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Yeah. Got her right where we wanted her. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice. Wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Duh. It's just randomly grab a new pair of glasses. I wish I could do that. Man.
Order! Order! Order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. Huh? What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. It's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. Why would there be a bright white guitar in there? Man, think.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided. Oh. No, Your Honor, please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. Seems kinda sus to me, not gonna lie. Which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in this photo of the crime scene, which is very, very suspicious. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Can you figure out what happened? Huh? Can you? I'm so curious right now. This murder has me on the edge of my seat. I can just taste the blood from here. Strawberry jam.
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
Bright red, my emphysema. The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar...
A white guitar, a black guitar, and a red guitar all in this one guitar case. So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proved anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? It has to be this. And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one?
Why, Mr. Wright, why?
Well, I just thought it might have been possible. I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that into the void? Put that in the void where your brain is supposed to be.
Yes, and never bring it out again.
What? But what else is the... Foolishly foolish fool, get some love. Do you still think you can prove your theory? Can you prove that the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. Okay, yeah, we've already read this. Let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Hmm.
This is a photograph.
Yes, look at it. Look at this photograph. Yes, but what is important is what is in that photograph, Your Honor.
In this picture?
Doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she can make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Of course you would. Of course, Edgeworth. You have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? Order! Order! Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume?
Wait just 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Man on Guard's. Why would something in the defendant's be in the victim's room? I don't know. Maybe he just wanted I don't know, maybe he just wanted those clothes. Maybe they were dating and he was holding on to it for them. I don't know, man. Inside the current guitar case of all places.
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts.
Tacos. What was this Nickel
Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It was a spare costume. Mr. On Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one. What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I am saying.
And how you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, Mr. Koreda, was the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point. What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with a gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was a setup. By none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida is going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet, however. What I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Sorry, something in my throat. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt On Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's a public disclosure. Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Thank you. Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure that Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. He was going to ruin him? Huh? It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? And do you know what the secret of Mr. On Guard's is, Miss Andrews? That's something only Juan knew. Juan knew. I don't know what it is. Oh, I see. I probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. But protect Mr. On Guard. And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor. I understand. I am a child. Aware. Protecting Matt. Let's see what you gotta say. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. Finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than scared, I bet. Oh my god. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Andrew looks like she's using her cuteness to dismiss the case, using her natural beauty. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Riding daddy upside downsy, protecting Matt. Let's see. But why? He just said he was taking a nap. But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. On Guard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. On Guard? I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. Just built your Lego set? Ooh, cool. Nice. Good job. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can't find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however.
The judge is glaring straight at Mia. Why? He's glaring at you, smart guy. Okay, I was about to say, why would he be glaring at Mia? Not that shabby, but it's good. Hey, I mean, as long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. If you're happy with how your Lego set turned out, then that's all that matters. But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time. Oh. Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it? This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. On Guard at any time. Why then would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Corita planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. On Guard as much damage as she possibly could. This witness bears ill will towards the defendant. This isn't the Phoenix Wright wax philosophical power hour. And please, stop slandering the witness. She's doing it to her own... What do you mean? Look at her like, I know I'm getting away with it. As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid. Really? Because to me, it sounded a little wishy-washy. The way Andrew fidgets her card makes it look like she's nervous at the same time scared of being guilty. She probably is guilty, if anything. So, she should be fidgeting right now because, she's in big trouble. Yeah. Ow, ow. Big trouble. You should know this by now. But you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk. Got it, Chief. I'm gonna pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. That's a bit weird, Phoenix. Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things. 3 things? A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer comes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix. You went to law school, after all. They didn't teach that to us in school, at least not from what I remember. May I continue now? You can hardly... What? You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The knife. This nice shiny knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage. Gosh darn it. Then, what about the button? The button? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Gem and Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Haha, outfoxed.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With an icy stare, yes. Oh god.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
Don't worry, Mia, it's all coming to plan. Cause guess what, baby? Guess what, baby? Bam! I already knew. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states, same person voicing both characters. It sounds like two. Yes, it is. It's the same person. It's the same person. I do all the voices. I'm a one-pup band. Still on 2-2. What case is this? This is the... Let me think of what this one's called. This is episode 4, Farewell My Turnabout, and I believe we're on part 2 of 2. We're at the part where we're cross-examining... Let me see if I remember which one it is. We're on the protecting Matt cross-examination. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Welcome, by the way, Gilbert. Welcome. Strangulation? The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. 2-4? 2-4. It says that I'm supposed to be part 2 of 2. Part 2-2. I mean, how do you explain this? I'm like part 2 of 2 in the trial. It looks like we'll be doing more investigating though. Oh. Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it. What? Which would mean that it was ripped off the costume. When? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Oh, okay. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, though. Appreciate it, Gilbert. I don't know if we'll be around in 30 minutes, but hopefully we will. What game and case number? This is like the... This is the 3rd installment, so... let me see if I remember. This is Ace Attorney Justice for All, and it's episode 4. So this is like the 4th case. I hope I'm getting this right. I apologize if it's not quite. Yeah, 2-4. So yeah, I'm the same. 2-4. I'm in the same spot. Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off by the victim's already dead body.
Order! Order! What's this?
That's definitely after 2-2 since I've already seen this woman. Oh, I've never seen this woman. Yeah, it is 2-4. You're right, it is 2-4. It's the second game and it's the fourth case. So we're on the final case, I think. Yeah, we should be on the last case for this installment. What is the meaning of this rite? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button turned on? Oh my gosh, I can't flipping read! Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Mr. Wright, does this mean... Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
To pin the crime on guard. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. Oh. There's no way anyone... Oh my gosh. There's no anyone... Gosh. Oh. Say it. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. On Guard was set up. By the real killer, of course. Oh. Oh.
And the real murderer is... The real murderer is... Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer, then?
Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end. The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is... I just want to make sure I'm right here. Okay. Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose you. You are Mr. Corita's killer. What? The glasses, man. How many glasses does she go through?
Order! 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 Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews. How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me. I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's hakama? This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence on in his own hakama. I'm not saying it like that. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. What about the empty guitar case?
That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there is There was just such a costume inside the guitar case. It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. Oh, and that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No, Oh, poor Andrews. No, actually, no. F that. No, poor Andrews. She's the murderer. But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. Ooh. Ah. And to top it all off, there's this photo. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. My god. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please, stop.
Oh, well, how about it, Miss Andrews? We're just gonna flipping get her with it. I'm trying not to say anything that sounds inappropriate, but I've got her this time.
Miss Andrews, are you okay there?
I refuse to testify. What was that? There's the law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Yes, well, you are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. By allowing a witness to not testify, the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What? That's so stupid. Then that obviously points her as the murderer. What? How does that not point her as suspicious? Oh my gosh. Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Unguard's room. Oh boy. Adrian Andrews. Yes. Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. Oh boy. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad. You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done? What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? Dude, we got lots of evidence.
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? Please tell me, I'd like to know. I'm a very funny guy.
I'm sure you already realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Oh my gosh. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corita. I have the proof, they just won't let me use it. Like, what the heck?
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corita?
I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so. Or maybe not. There is nothing to prove. It's either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence. No, she is taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do? Somehow we've landed in the worst possible situation. Oh,
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully sustained with solid definitive proof.
but that's not true.
In this situation, there's only one thing that this court can do, and that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial...
Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya...
Oh. But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Miss Andrew holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews... When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Was it the strawberry kind or was it the tomato kind?
What does this matter?
Yes, and? I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. Well, actually it was shaken. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. Please make this quick. I want some more lunch.
When I found the body. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. Right. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. But that doesn't make sense.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
He's brilliant! Brilliant! Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh boy. Glass of juice, didn't really pour it for myself. That was when I walked into the room and saw it in a messy state. Han. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. Yeah, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. This is what it all comes down to. This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now's your best chance to kill the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Last when I walked into the room, I saw it in a messy state. But why would she pour? But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there is a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you? In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen. Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in the messy state. He was sitting slumped over.
Objection!
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corita's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that... immediately thought that here was a dead man. That's... well, you see. I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. Hey man, what if it was just a fake prop? He just scares her. He's like, I was joking. Look, it's fake. And just, like, pulls out this goofy, like, thing that he glued to his chest. That he adhered to himself, just, like, as a prank. It's like, it's just a prank, bro. And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. And your lie was proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer. No!
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Man on Guard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt, I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan. But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify. What, you gonna bring this to the grave? Girl, you gotta let it out.
And there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Madonguard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Yeah, it seems kind of suspicious. I guess it really, like, I don't know, going over the evidence and stuff, I don't think either one of them could have done it. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Madonguard.
Oh.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak about the absolute real truth.
Oh.
The absolute real truth? What are you?
The witness. Don't you understand yet?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Madonguard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma.
Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Madonguard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging on to them. Oh, poor Miss Andrews. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get out our not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone, help me. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right? I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind all this. Who is the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Request not guilty verdict. Force Andrews to testify. No matter what she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to win a complete acquittal today. Your Honor, the defense believes there is enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible. I'm disappointed in you, Wright. What have you learned in this past year? That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. Oh, poor Andrews, man. don't think it was actually her for real. It just seems kind of weird that she would, you know, be the one to do this. I think she got thrown in the middle of something she wasn't supposed to. What a shame. Huh? I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However...
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The custom music amping up, like, oh. Oh my god. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? Yeah, exactly. And because of this illness, she has tried to commit peace out. She's tried to peace out in the past. Stop. Please stop. No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. Have the evidence right here. That's the second part of the suit. The peace out report. The attempted peace out report. Almost said it that time. What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrienne Andrews. Secret of her dependent nature? Having other people to know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please, please stop. I beg you. If people find out, oh. If you're gonna say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Oh, okay. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? Yeah, really. However, before you die, my god, Edgeworth. Jiminy Christmas, man. I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. Edgeworth! God! Calm down, it's not that serious. No matter what I have to do. Oh! Oh my god. So will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. Jeez, man! I'll talk, but please, help me. Nothing matters anymore. Jeezy Pete's, man! My crime. Oh, God. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. So then someone else did it. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Man, that's crazy.
Stab the body with a knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
Well, what do you mean by all this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth. The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with a knife. Something's weird about this. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. What? So she was falsifying evidence? What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
My crime. Wow. It's a lot to take in. But you could tell from the state of the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling truth when you say that you didn't know he was dead? I mean, there were a lot of teddy bears in there, I ain't gonna lie. He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of Jammin' Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. Man. What is this plan you had? I knew it right away. The murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. Man. That was you? That was so you could get the knife, correct? I knew there was a "so" in there. I just couldn't see it right away. The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then ripped off the button. So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife? It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Engarde's hakama? Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Man. An inconvenience? There's a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta. Howdy, y'all. Oh, bye. There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth. That's Miss Old Bag for you. Whippersnappers. I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's oh my god, I can't speak! I also put into Juan's Why? Why? Blah. Blah. Just flipping blah. I also put into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. I don't know why I couldn't say guitar. It was like going like guitar, like can't. Gosh darn it. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is the secret? I need to know. The gossip papers aren't doing enough for me.
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Ungard's room and planted the button?
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word! What does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt on guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Francisca, huh? She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. What? Yeah, really, I'm like, what?
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she's not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still... Right? It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. But then, wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second. So yes, I do agree. Andrews is not the actual killer. We can go ahead and just scratch her out now. It's just not, it's not, fair to say she's the killer here. Because nothing really pins her to the crime. Okay, cool. Got it. Great. But also, Matt's also not a part of this gosh darn crime. What part of this has him in it? Because first off, he was taking a nap. Let's just be real there. Number two, if what Adrian was saying was true, this means she purposely took a button from the from Juan's outfit and put it purposely on sorry, I'm losing my wording here, on Matt's person, so it looked like it was his fault, or it looked like he was on the scene, and then put Matt's knife into Juan's chest to make it seem like he was a part of the whole situation, when in reality, he was just pinned for the murder. So in reality, Juan, Matt didn't do it either. Neither one of them did. So then we can't just say, oh, well, he's still guilty and still said otherwise, because it makes no sense. Because otherwise, the evidence that we have that would point Matt to doing that, or point to how Matt did it, doesn't make sense. There's no fingerprints to say that Matt did it. That wasn't from Andrews purposely putting that at the scene of the crime. So in reality, neither one of them did it. Am I missing something here? I can't be the only one that's missing something. The only thing that would cause him to, murder Juan is that he would have some kind of motive to do it. But why? I don't think he would go so far as to murder somebody for, secrets or dumb little stuff. That's just stupid. I think in reality, he probably didn't really have any motivation to harm Juan that way. I really don't think so. Sure, they had their rivalry, but it couldn't have gone to that extent. I don't think it would have. There's no way. So they can't sit here and say, well, until further notice. No. They're both innocent. While, yes, I agree, and what Andrews did was awful. That's really stupid. A really bad idea for her to do that. Because it really put her at the scene of the crime and not him. To say that Matt was the murderer is just really unlawful. That's not fair. The evidence that was there that had his fingers at the crime was from her. So her saying, well, he's the murderer. No, honey, he's not. He's not the murderer.
There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer.
Exactly.
The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
I don't wanna. But...
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Oh, no. Man. Today's trial. It's over. And I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth? What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright, I remembered just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him. You found that card? Right next to the victim's body? Yeah, so he's something like a serial killer. Or he's, you know, a wannabe serial killer. He's just starting out. I think it's that one guy. I definitely have a strong feeling that it's gotta be him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? Well, it probably does. Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. We're not gonna talk about the fact that there's just a weird card sitting there at the murder. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why. Hold it! Oh, witness, that card, give it to me, hurry. Edgeworth? Edgeworth's gonna know. Do you have any idea what you've stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What is this all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card, what in the world is it? And what does it mean? To be continued! Oh! And I think we are going to end it there for today, my friends, because it has been almost 4 hours now. Whew. Yeah, I think we're going to end it there. Making sure I'm clicking the right thing. My goodness. Let me get my music going. Man. Oh. My goodness. Oh my god. I hope Maya's okay. I hope Maya's okay. Oh. Ow. No. I was sad. I was. No. I hope she's alright. Mo. Yeah, this has been flipping crazy. But oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I apologize, I'm just stretching a bit. Anyway. So that was Ace Attorney. Oh my god. So much is going on in this gameplay that I just don't even know how to commentate. I guess to summarize, I suppose. We tried to blame Andrews for it because some of the evidence was a bit suspicious, and it sounded like she was pinning him for the murder, so it kind of sounded like she was the one that was causing the murder, or she was the one that did the murder. But then, you know, she was saying like, oh, I walked in on that, and you know, I tried to pin it on Matt because Matt's like the true murderer and things like that. And it's like, but that don't make sense either. Why are we pinning Matt for the murder? Why did you mess with the evidence to start with? That's the one thing I want to know. Why did you play around with the evidence knowing good and well it's not gonna look good when they figure out it's you that's been playing with it? Like, that could have got you in trouble. You could have gotten much worse than just a slap on the hand for messing with the scene. Like, really. But let's see. I'm trying to think. My brain's all like, bleh. Apparently I can't freaking read. Can't read. I almost said guitar and not guitar. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I can't read today, but oh well, I can't help that. Anyway, yeah, I think I don't really know what else to comment on for Ace Attorney, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do. We're like halfway through. We're halfway through this episode, and halfway or almost done with this installment. Once we're done with this installment, we're gonna play something else just to take a break from Ace Attorney, and then we'll hop back onto the third installment of Ace Attorney. But until then, we're just gonna keep playing through and finish it up. But yeah, so let's see. Tomorrow we are playing Stardew Valley. Just a reminder, we're playing Stardew Valley. Yay! I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing on my main game. And also, we'll hop right back into Val's story and see what's going on there. It's been a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. We're going to be hanging out with Sebastian some more. Let's see, what else is there? And then next week, do not forget guys, next week we will be having a big Undertale stream for my birthday. It'll be so much fun. I don't know why I got angry there. Such a rush of emotions. It's gonna be so much fun, and I'm very excited. I can't wait to play that for you guys. Definitely be a treat. I'm just gonna be playing the true pacifist route. I don't think we'll have any time at all for the genocide route or anything, so we'll just stick with the pacifist route because that's the most fun. So yeah, just join me next week for some Undertale, Monday and Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning. So that's next week, from the 11th to the 13th. Okay? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think, is that everything I need to update on? Yeah, tomorrow's Stardew, and then next week is Undertale. I am very excited. I cannot wait for next week. It is going to be so much fun. I am very excited. I am like over here like, yes. I want to play some Undertale. I want to play some Undertale for you guys. I also set up a bunch of stuff. I can't even show you yet because I want it to be a big fun surprise, but I will tell you it is going to be a blast. You guys are going to love what I've set up for the stream. It is going to be so much fun. You guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna like to watch all the stuff because I did a little bit of stuff here and there for the stream. Just a little bit. I didn't go like gung-ho on all of it. Like, I didn't set up any crazy like HTML, CS coding, none of that. I just kind of like did a lot of like I put in some stuff that made it look kind of similar to the game, but I'm not gonna reveal anything. I'm just gonna say it's gonna look similar, like it'll look familiar to the original game. I'm not gonna tell you guys anything though. It's gonna be a surprise for you guys. So yay, that'll be fun. But anyways, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna just end it there. But you know, as I always say, go to bed. Go to bed. Ow. Okay, go to bed. No bedtime stories. It's bedtime. Bedtime. No, it's bedtime. Time for bed. No, I don't want to hear it. I see you rubbing the sleepy from your eyes. Go bed. Get some sleep. Sleep time. It's almost 10 o'clock. Time for bed. Time for sleeps. If you guys are dealing with school or work right now, I'm sure it's probably midterms by now. So we're on midterm, spring break. I wish you guys luck. I know that stuff is stressful and frustrating as all heck. In the course, if you're dealing with work and stuff, I wish you luck with that as well. I know how that is. Make sure to take care of yourselves, guys. Self-care is important. Drink lots of water. We should really play more such art. I kind of miss such art. We should do that sometime. I'll schedule that sometime soon. But make sure to drink lots of water. And yeah, just, take care of yourselves. Make sure to eat right and rest and, take a break from things if you need to. Don't stress yourselves. Take it easy. Lose the stress. Take it nice and easy. Don't stress yourselves out. It's okay. It'll be all right. We're all good. Play some Animal Crossing. That's what's playing right now. Some Animal Crossing. Yeah. Animal Crossing. Or play some Stardew. Stardew is relaxing. I got my sister to play Stardew, by the way, which is really awesome. I'm very happy about that because I had been trying to get her to play Stardew for years. So I'm very excited about it. She's been asking me stuff like, how do I do these things? And it's like, oh, I love it. Thank you for asking. I'm so excited to share this with you. But yes, anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. Take it easy. Get yourself some rest. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Remember, go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.